I'd like to welcome you all to Task Central Terminal and thank them for giving us a venue for hosting this debate. This is the first and only week one Mayoral debate for a beautiful town in my land. Tonight's debate is formatted as follows. Each candidate will have 90 seconds to respond to each question, following a 30-second rebuttal from their opponent. Candidates will be notified when you have 10 seconds remaining by a message in chat. Candidates provided questions ahead of time, or were provided questions ahead of time to prepare their answers. And one of the candidates, Congos, has provided written answers to the questions since he cannot make it here today. With that in mind, we'll begin. For our first question, Riri. Mm-hmm. Voters have expressed some anxiety over your considerable PvP on the server in the opening weeks. Over considerable PvP in the server in the opening weeks. Many players have killed with minimal cause, and some scenes of severe violence have broken out on our very doorstep here in Task. Voters have noted your close ties to Moon and one of the primary killers, Kindleall. What do you say to voters who are fearful of a more violent server and your supposed association with them? How will you reduce murder rate on the server?
Well, when it comes to Lunar, I think we all know how good they are at PvP and how dangerous they can be. If I win, actually not even if I win, regardless if I win or lose this election, I will continue doing everything in my power to reason with them, try to come to some form of agreement to lessen the fighting, and hopefully eventually to get rid of it altogether. And if it doesn't work, then I think that me and Gabe have been talking about some other measures that we will have to resort to deal with it.
All right. Chaos, do you have anything to respond with?
What are those measures, if you don't mind me asking? If you have any in the works.
Currently, we're gonna figure out an efficient and hopefully non-harmful way to combat them. And by non-harmful, I mean to everybody else here. Make them focus on one sole target.
Are you satisfied with the answer, Chaos?
Yes, I am very satisfied with the answer.
All right. We'll move on to Chaos Fury's direct question. Chaos, your campaign has emphasized infrastructure, stressing the importance of the Task project and the potential TRS contributions. However, as a leader of Rats, voters have noted that your clan does not seem to have as much infrastructure to be as infrastructure-centric as TRS or Task.
We are currently... Oh, sorry. You didn't finish the rest of that. We are planning on setting up infrastructure in other ways. Instead of running as, let's say, rail and all these transporting things, we will supply the rail, the rail and the people at TRS and Task resources as iron, gold, and everything that they would need to construct and flourish with these infrastructure projects.
A resource provider.
Yes.
All right, Riri, do you have any response?
Sorry, my mic is muted. I would like to ask how you plan on getting those resources, considering that you guys are really undergeared right now. Are you going to focus solely on getting those resources, or are you going to try and benefit your own clan as well?
We have enough members in our clan to focus on making the farms and also getting geared up at the current moment.
Okay. I'm satisfied with that.
All right. Lastly, Congos has provided a answer that Shan will read. The question is, Congos, your campaign has used communist rhetoric and symbolism, and you have created a free chicken dispenser, as you did in E7. However, details of your actual policies are slim on your platform. You promised public chicken farms and iron farms, but you already did these. Voters are wondering, is there any reason they should actually vote for you at this point? You've already accomplished everything you promised. What would you do different that you wouldn't already do under Riri and Chaos' administration?
Chaos's response is...
Congos.
Yeah, Congos' response is, yes, I already built the chicken machine because I do not believe a campaign should only be words. If I say food should be public, I should prove it before asking for power. The difference between Congos as a normal player and Congos as mayor is scale. As a normal player, I can build one farm, one machine, one project. As mayor, I can organize the whole town around public works. I can support builders with materials, protect public infrastructure, coordinate with tasks, fund rails, farms, spawn improvements, and make sure useful projects do not depend on one person's free time. Under another administration, I would still help. But as mayor, I can turn that help into an actual system. So the reason to elect me is not because I can build a chicken farm, it's because I want to make public works the center of the administration.
Thank you, Shan. Do any of the candidates wish to rebuke or state anything about Congress's statement?
No.
Nope.
All right. We're going to move on to the general questions. And despite Shan's diplomatic wording of these, we're doing open debate format.
Oh,
This is WWE. Everyone can speak.
Yes.
Or both sides can speak, not everyone. The audience has to be quiet. And you're also allowed to tag in your vice mayors at any point if they wish to speak on your behalf.
Okay.
Hello.
There will be 2 minutes max for the support for each question.
Okay.
And we will be timing each person, but feel free to go back and forth.
Sounds good.
First question. Oh, sorry about that.
No, sorry, I was thinking out
Okay.
loud. My bad.
First question is about taxes, everyone's favorite topic. Taxes are very unpopular among our player base. People do not like having their money stolen from them by a corrupt government. What is your plan for tax rates under your administration, and what will you do to put your tax money towards the people?
For
Would
me,
you like to keep this
yeah,
civil, or you can go
uh,
first if you want.
sure,
That's
why
fine.
not? As you mentioned in announcements, we're able to put our money towards building or expanding the border, which entails new prospects such as the stronghold in the south area, and other places such as deserts in the north and all that. I plan on using the money from the taxes to push the expansion of the border as much as I can in my administration.
As a citizen myself, I know just how much everyone dislikes taxes. I plan to keep taxes low, 0% sales tax for people below 500K. We plan to test and try out the new tax brackets that the admins have introduced. So people that are above $500,000 in their bank account will be 0.5% tax rate on sales tax. And for transaction taxes and things like that they have also introduced this season, we will keep at 0% to make sure everybody can, whether they're paying somebody else for a job, whatever it may be, they don't have to charge. They're not being charged any money. And if I'm given the privilege to enter office, I will primarily try to make our town some money this first week off of community-based events like auctions and things like that.
Thank you. Shan, does Congress have anything to say about this topic?
He does. On taxes. I know taxes are unpopular, so my plan is simple. Keep taxes low, clear, and useful. I support a small flat tax around 2%, not because I want to take from players, but because public projects need to be protected and maintained. Every coin should go toward things that players actually use, like public farms, rails, spawn improvements, and community builds. I also want a fair return system. If you pay tax and then help to build public projects, part of that tax should come back to you. Taxes should not feel like punishment, they should feel like investment.
Thank you, Congress. And Congress is stand-in. Well, if everyone's satisfied, we'll move on to the next question.
Yep.
The next question is related to expansion. As we all know, border expansion is in the hands of the mayor, which direction it'll go, and how frequently they'll do it in the future with town's money. The first mayor will have the opportunity to choose one expansion direction for free prior to the end of their term. Take effect on the second night of the mayoral election. Take effect the night of the second mayoral election. Yeah. Having reviewed the benefits of each direction, which direction do you believe is the right and why?
Hey, Riri, you
I
want to
would
go
like to
first
say-
on this one? Yes.
Yeah, I'll go first. Thank you. I would like to say that we have our preferences on which way we'd like to go, but me and Rob came together. We agreed that this should be a community decision. We plan to discuss with the people, maybe even run a poll to see which way we'll expand first. And after the first free expansion, we will try our best to keep the community engaged and see which way they want to go from there.
So you have no preference yourself?
My personal preference as my personal preference would be either north or south because I am interested in the possibilities that are sitting there with a mesa, taigas, but also south there is the stronghold possibility of the end very early. So both ways are enticing in my opinion.
Yeah.
With expansion and with my one free expansion at the end of my term, I would potentially, like, as my preference, go. I agree with Riri South or West in this case. And with the free barrel plot, I also do plan on leaving it up to the community if we need to have like a conversation about it, or unless everybody wants to go south just to open up the stronghold early, we can. But that is the plan going forward.
Okay. Similar stances. Did Congress have anything to say on this?
Yes, he did. On expansion, Congo says I would choose south. The reason is simple: the stronghold. That means access to the end portal, and the end changes everything. End access means Enderman farms, Elytra, Shulker box, end cities, and long-term endgame resources. North gives jungle and savanna, which are nice. East gives badlands and plains, also useful. West gives ocean and mushroom island, beautiful but not urgent. We only get one free expansion, and I believe it should go toward the direction that benefits the most players for the longest time. So my answer is south. That is the people's direction.
All right. Moving on to the last main question of the debate. Public works. One of the best ways for the mayors to give back to the community is through the construction of community builds, a place for everyone to participate and join together, much like this beautiful railway center we are in today. Do you have any plans to construct community builds yourselves or use your powers to support them?
Yeah, so I'll let you go first again this time.
Thank you, Riri. Yes, I do plan on doing a mixture of both, supporting builds from the community, but also not supporting, allowing myself to go ahead and build farms for the community and help them make it out of spawn easier with the starter kits. Usually, especially with all this mountainous area, it's kind of hard to make your way out of the area without having to hop on the train or walking. So we plan on providing free starter kits.
It probably seems like the obvious choice, but if we win, we would like to openly discuss with Task so that their railways are fully protected for the betterment of the community, on top of any other different roads and highways and things like ice highways in the Nether, things like that. I'm gonna let my vice mayor tag in here.
Now, for community projects, we kind of have a few baseline plans. Obviously, that there's many things the community want to do, community farms, etc., which we're willing to fund personally and throughout the town with the town's supply if it comes to it with the barrel plots. So for community projects, as we said, the auction, the community, the courthouse we're working on right now, we should be up before the end of this week so that people can actually sue people for things that are done wrong with them. Community projects such like that is the double R is known for.
The double
Thank
R.
you, Rudy.
All right. Anything else?
Nope. We're satisfied here.
All right.
Nope. Just give me one moment. I have my vice mayor wants to tag in.
Sure.
So, out of all the groups that have done various different community projects and worked on this server so far. I think that it's important to note that both Chaos and myself have already tapped into major resources, joining both TRS Task and Rats under the CEC Coalition banner, which means that as far as public infrastructure works goes, we're already all super united on the front of building safe houses, creating better ways to get out of our super mountainous spawn region, and just doing things general that are going to help new players actually come to the server and stick. Instead of people joining, getting frustrated because they got stuck in spawn or they tried to leave and they died, actually doing things that will help people. Furthermore, we've talked about it amongst both Chaos and myself, and we've decided that these community projects aren't things that are just up to us. Obviously, the railways will get built. Obviously, the TRS safe houses will get built. But we believe it's also up to you guys as well, which is why we're looking to form a Senate and start
That's it?
community votes.
That's your time. Thank you. All right. Thank you for the words from the vice mayors as well. For our last question.
Congos wrote something about this. As well.
Sorry, Congos. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Can't forget Congos.
Go on, Congos.
Congos wrote, yes, public works. Yes, public works are the heart of my campaign. In my first term, I want to work on 3 main things. The public chicken farm, expand the public chicken farm system beyond 1 location. Public iron farm. Iron is the backbone of civilization. Tools, armor, rails, hoppers, and redstone all need iron. Transportation infrastructure. Task is already doing important work for transportation. They can become the backbone of Mineland's movement system. As mayor, I would support Task with railway protection, material support, and public funding when needed. I also want public works to be community driven. Players who help build should be recognized and rewarded. A mayor should not just make promises and disappear. A mayor should organize projects that everyone can see, use, and benefit from.
Thank you, Congos. All right. For our closing question, for our last question, something a little bit more unitary. During the campaign, it can be really easy to send in fighting and harsh words, as we've seen here today. And quite frankly, I don't think we've seen enough of it. Each of you, what's the worst thing you can say about your opposition?
Whoa, I was ready to be super nice up here, man.
Yeah, that was the plan, peace offerings. But I guess if I would have to say something, the Congos is the very convenient name of the chicken machine.
I do agree. That's pretty convenient.
Yes,
Pretty convenient
very
name.
convenient.
If I had to say something negative, I'm being forced here. Unbelievable. If I had to say something negative, I would say that my good buddy Chaos here doesn't seem to take charge enough and seems to get lost easily. And my vice mayor would like to my vice mayor would like to tag in here as well.
Chaos respond first.
Oh, of course.
For me, with Free Read, I would have to say that he doesn't have a he doesn't command enough of his allies around them.
All right.
I see.
Vice Mayor, do you have anything to add?
Yes, you mind if I go first, Tuesday?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay,
Why don't
perfect.
you step up here?
I would like to say that I'm thankful for everyone to come here. Now, to say my mean thing, I would like to say that it's really odd that someone would immediately accuse someone of using AI, which is a known tactic to lose elections in our server, against the only opposition that's really against both opposition. Isn't that odd, Tuesday only, even though you proudly say you're hashtag AI free on your thing? But why would someone even have to need to say that? We're all here for politics, not to use AI to be like our thinking thing. First, you can take a stand if you want to speak right now.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm just saying, shouldn't accuse
Yeah,
people of
I think
using
I think
AI.
it's really simple. I think that those of us that have put time into the campaign posts and those of us that have done this know who we are. I don't need to really go further than that. As well as our posters, our banners, our time talking to other people. Those of us that are spending our time doing this, it kind of belittles and degrades the time we've spent into it when other people just throw in a little couple plot points on ChatGPT and get something that's very sycophantic spooled out. So I'm concerned because of the sort of moral fiber that means someone has, and if they really do have the time to think about and work on things and lead this community not just to fun and fair places, but to greater places than we are right now. This has been an amazing launch. We can keep this momentum, we can keep it going, and we can build a server that's not just fun and fair and amazing, but also populous, alive, and well, with politics and PvP supporting all the playstyles that there are.
I respond. It was that the 10-second warning for both of us.
I'll give you 10 seconds to respond.
All right. Now, again, you accuse out of nowhere. You're simply making accusations that you have no way to prove. Me and Riri both put our heart and soul into our campaign. We thought about it pretty hard. We discussed
That's
this in
10
DM
seconds.
for a while. And I
Thank
believe that even if you're
Rob, your 10 seconds is up. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you all for your biting remarks. Now, I pushed this question to Congress as well, but he refused to say anything negative. Would you like to read a statement, Shan?
On peace. Key has experience. He has been mayor before. He knows how the role works. The legal system he worked on took real effort, and honestly, the community is better because of it. Chaos Fury 80 really understands infrastructure, his railway idea, and his focus on connecting players. Honestly, if I was not running for mayor myself, I would probably vote for Chaos this time. Even though we have different styles, I think all of us want the same thing: a better town, more active players, and a server people enjoy logging into. After the votes are counted, I will work with whoever wins because the server is bigger than any one campaign.
All right. Now, in fairness, this question was actually initially posed as a peace question to say something positive with the candidates. And in order to settle the steamy environment that's suddenly been created by strong words, we'll have the last question be the original on peace. As I said before, during the campaigns, it gets easy to send in fighting and harsh words. However, voters have expressed the desire for positive environment. Before we close our debate tonight, I'd like to challenge each candidate to spend 30 seconds to say something positive about the other two candidates.
Would you like to go first, Chaos, or do you want me to take the lead?
Yeah, sure, I can go ahead. I do. For me, I do like their ideas, and I love how they're planning on executing the ideas that they have.
I would like to say that I think Chaos is a great guy, funny, kind, cares about all his friends and allies, and even people that aren't allied with him, he's still willing to help. I think Tuesday is ambitious, has big ideas, and is willing to do whatever it takes to execute them.
Right. Thank you for answering our questions. We will go to the closing remarks. We'll go in reverse order of the opening. So we'll read Congos's closing remark first.
All right. Congos wrote for his closing: Minelanders, comrades, workers, builders, and miners. A town is strongest when everyone can participate. New players should not feel poor, lost, or useless. Builders should not be blocked because they lack basic materials. Rails, farms, food, iron, and public infrastructure should not only help the richest players. They should help everyone. My plan is simple. Food should be easy to access. Iron should help people build, not hold them back. Roads and rails should connect players' bases instead of leaving people isolated. Taxes, if we have them, should be low, clear, and returned to the community through projects that people actually use. I do not promise perfection. I do not promise that every problem will be solved in one term, but I do promise energy, honesty, and visible work. If you want a mayor who treats public resources as rights, rewards workers for contributing, supports infrastructure, and keeps the town fun, active, and a little bit ridiculous, then vote Congos. Not for me alone, but for every player who logs in and wants to build something bigger than themselves. Vote Congos for mayor.
Thank you, Congos. Riri?
I would like to close off this amazing debate by reaffirming that Double R is a steady, trustworthy hand, no matter what people say. We know how to run an economy. If you look back at last year, I was the first ever mayor in New Mineland history, and I was able to run the economy just fine. It was actually at some of its best moments during my mayorship. And I believe that we, including Rob, as he was also a mayor, have walked the track before. We know what we're doing, and we're walking so that the people who come after us can run. And we're fighting for the people. A vote for Double R is a vote towards the future.
Thank you. And lastly, Chaos.
I would like to thank everybody for coming out here. Even if y'all are all the way at the edge of the border or very close, y'all took the time to come and meet us and hear us out during our debate.
Thank you.
Just give me one.
Oh, sorry.
But if you want infrastructure built, and if you want, yeah, go ahead. Yep.
You're good. Tuesday or Rob, you have anything to add?
You want to
Tuesday,
go
you wanna
first? No. You go first.
No, I
I
went
gotta
first
let
last
that
time,
skin
dude.
go
You
first.
must-
The cuter skin goes first.
No, you gotta go first. You gotta first. I went
Okay,
first
okay.
last time.
Go ahead
Um,
and step up if you want, Rob.
Yes, thank you.
So, at least for me, from my perspective, I'm coming in as a really old player. I think only me and Silent have been playing on this server as long as anyone else. Maybe Emmylou and Georgia. I'm not sure, but we've been coming back from a long break myself, and I'm excited to see that Shan has kept the soul of why New Mineland was so great alive. That all being said, I think if you are someone who's interested in giving your clans power, whether it's through the CEC's forming of the Senate, whether you're interested in infrastructure, whether you're interested in someone who's really going to take into consideration multiple play styles when we're investing in infrastructure, and not just that, personally, to speak to myself, I have experience running communities of thousands of people. I'm absolutely sure we can take this community. I'm not really thinking we can make it 1,000 people, but we can make it a damn good one. And so that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm running with Chaos. I think the CT way, the infrastructure way, is going to be the way to really make this place amazing.
Thank you. Rob?
Well, I would like to bring a little fun fact to everyone's attention. Our opposition today here, Chaos and Tuesday, was not formed naturally, as we all expected. Me and Riri were doing this for the love of the community and doing the best for everyone. However, this DAC room deal between Task, TRS, and Rats was formed with the explicit goal of keeping these three groups into power, make sure that their motives will be brought onto the town. Not even the vice mayor position at Tuesday originally wasn't supposed to go to Tuesday. It was supposed to go to Messyfish, but Messyfish didn't want to do the vice mayor stuff. Why would you trust a union of three groups that have clearly powerful admin based to run your democracy?
I want it on record that TRS is not operating under admin rule. We have a very clear distinction between admin operations and player operations. The admins overtly deny these allegations.
Before
Continue.
some rude fan interrupted me, we just say we are authentic. We are coming from straight of heart. We've both been mayor. We've done it before. We know how to do it. You want to vote? You want a chance at democracy? You want to be able to be a mayor next? You want to vote for the person that matters? You want to go to the ballot box and actually have to make a decision? You want democracy? If you want democracy, vote Double R. We're going for the future and the past and the current. No matter what, democracy's going to be if we get in. I don't know about the future if they take it, but I don't want that one.
Double R
I'll take a step down.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rob.
Respond to that.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Rob. Why does keeping out the interests of the infrastructure groups and having them form a coalition mean we're not authentic?
Mike, do I have to respond immediately?
I'm waiting.
Opening.
Okay, well, oh, I thought he was going to say more. I'll be real.
Go on.
Okay, so let's see. All your groups have powerful power players surrounding them. I don't know if you know how history works, but when the rich and powerful get together, it tends to make it
Who?
harder for the common man. The rich and powerful, you don't think that your group is of three individual clans who tend to make big power plays are not the rich and powerful?
I think we're all pretty pacifists, so I don't think we're looking to use violence to control anyone. I don't think
I wouldn't say
control or anything
violence.
like that's in our interests, honestly.
You know, A vice that slowly squeezes you is still a vice nevertheless, even if they pretend to be gentle.
What have
It's
you
still gonna
seen from
slowly
us
kill you.
that would lead you to believe we're inauthentic?
Well,
Like, do you have any better evidence than we formed a coalition because we have
But
matching
I
interests?
actually know what happened. I sneaked into the coalition. You think I didn't think this through?
Okay, I don't. Yeah, but I'm asking for. I'm asking for like
I'm
some concrete of we're evil.
This has been a very lively debate. Thank you, everyone, for attending. I think we all have a newer and more informed perspective on who we want to vote for as mayor. Our eyes have been opened. And now the voting booths too shall be reopened because apparently they were closed by accident. As a public service announcement, there are several people stalking the outside of the voting the debate
yeah.
center
You might
at the
want to put
moment.
your armor back on, guys.
They want to be careful when leaving.